So, welcome guys. This is Brandy Baker here, and this is my student Charmaine.
Hello, everybody.
And she was the first student of this year. So we're excited to tell you guys a little bit about the experience and like what drove her to do it and how she experienced, what was her experience through the process of doing it. And she's going to share a little bit about her fears and then what she learned and all the good stuff that you guys are waiting to hear. All right, so first question, from what provoked you to just take that leap when you did?
I've been in real estate for 20 years and I've always been on the buying side.
Yes.
And to make a long answer short,
Okay.
I just wanted to be able to be the one that held the asset. I wanted to be the one that held the bag and was able to make the decisions under my control.
Yes, more control.
More
You
control.
wanted to have more control.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're an agent and you could have just been a listing agent. What made you want to flip? Like that was a huge leap from like buyer agency and then it's like, I want to have more control. Now I'm going to be a flipping investor.
Well, I did do some listings and I like that better.
Yep.
But again, holding the asset was what I really wanted.
Okay.
So flipping allowed me to do that.
Absolutely.
And then you and I had a deal where you had a couple students
Yes.
and I was the buyer's agent, of course, and I liked the way you handled it as an agent. And then when I found out those were your students,
Yes.
you remember I
heard
gave you a call and I said,
Yes.
hey, do you ever teach anybody to do
Yes.
this?
Yes.
And when you said yes, I was like, yes.
And y'all, you know what? I didn't even believe her. I was like, she's gonna go to Africa, and she's like, I'm going to Africa. It's like, she gonna go to Africa. She ain't gonna be thinking about this when she got back.
I was thinking about it the whole time.
She was. When she got back, she was like, okay, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna meet you. I'm gonna pay my deposit. I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I did. I was excited.
So, what do you think? A lot of people have fears when they're making these huge bets on themselves when it comes to doing this type of venture. What do you think helped you overcome that fear?
I think with my personality, I never really have had a fear like that.
Okay.
Just a little bit of background. I lost my parents dad when I was 15, mom when I was 18, and I really never had anybody to tell me you can't do this or you can't do that. Not that my parents were really like that, but I always lived my life without a no.
Okay. Yeah. So you just were like, I can do anything.
I can do anything.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt.
So did you feel more comfortable knowing that like you have a guide, or did that help you?
Absolutely.
Reassurance. Now, tell me this, do you think now that you've experienced it that you would have had the same results absent of a coach?
Oh, absolutely not.
Right?
No way. If you do not have a coach doing this, good luck to you.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not hard, it's not difficult. Like the process is not difficult, but the mental challenges and the emotional challenges of something new like this can overtake you.
Well, you can get into some trouble too.
Absolutely.
I think if you don't have an experienced person that is walking you through this, and I'm not talking about like somebody who's
telling you pick the gray flooring versus the tile.
Yeah, I think that people, even if you have your real estate license,
yes,
people will say to you, I just had somebody say it last night, well, you've got a license, why do you need a coach? You can just do it. Just because you have your real estate license, that has absolutely nothing to do with knowing how to flip a house.
Yeah, and if you say like 100%, right? What percent of your license, how much of your percent of this education, experience, process did your license assist you in?
I think the license actually hindered because you were teaching me, take off your realtor hat.
Yes.
And put on an investor hat.
Absolutely.
I was thinking like a realtor, we're thinking all the ways you can get in trouble, all the ways that here's what you can't do, you can't do this, you can't do that. And Brandy was like, yes, you can do this.
Yes.
Don't think that way. So my thinking had to change. So while I'm watching this house develop, I'm developing.
Absolutely.
Even emotional intelligence has increased.
Yes.
Just being able to call you and you say, Charmaine, calm down and sign the form.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal. And you need that.
Absolutely. And this is an overwhelming endeavor because it's expensive. It's not like you're going out and buying supplies.
That's right.
You know, you're gonna buy the newest fans you know, for boots on the ground, and then you're gonna sell them for $10. You bought them for $2. This is not that type of transaction.
Right.
We're doing 1, 2, 3 transactions a year per student, and these are like 150, 6-figure transactions.
Yes, they are.
And a mortgage is burdensome in itself. And then when you're talking about, now you have 2 mortgages or 3 mortgages, and you have to pay that mortgage every month. People are nervous. People are scared. People are like, is it gonna work? Am I gonna get my money back?
That's right.
Right? Okay, so let's talk about this. What surprised you the most in the process? Was it like building the business structure for it? Was it how the financing works? Was it finding a deal? Or was it the rehab process?
I think for me, the most surprising thing was actually the rehab process.
Okay.
I've been around structuring a deal, I've been around finding property, but the rehab process and handling your team,
Yes.
that was the biggest thing. I guess some teams are more experienced than others,
Absolutely. Yeah.
but if you're thrown into a boss's position immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to know how to handle that team. That was surprising to me because I'm just thinking, oh, they know everything to do.
Yeah, they're perfect. They know everything perfect. They're gonna tell me everything.
Right.
They're gonna report.
It was not like that. And that's okay.
Yeah.
That was the most surprising thing, that I would go to the property and like, that's not the right color. Like,
Yeah, that's not what I picked out.
that's not what or you have to be prepared to go to the property and they all want to get paid right then.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, now the way we did it, we went through a company where you had to submit pictures of the finished work,
Absolutely.
and then they would come out and inspect, and you would have your draw, and you could pay your guys.
Yep.
And the guys didn't really, I don't know if they didn't understand it or they just wanted to get paid. I understand.
Yeah.
And so you come in and they're like, it's Friday, we want to get paid, and it's like, well, you haven't finished all your work,
Yeah. And or it's not payday
or it's not payday.
because it's Friday.
So that construction process was the most surprising for me, but
Yeah.
I grew a lot during that process.
Absolutely. I think too the biggest, people automatically have the burden of, okay, these people came and did work for me. Now I have to figure out, I have to pay them. I got to pay them on time. Their eyes are on me now, you know, and it's like that feeling of, I need to do something. They're depending on me to do something. And it's the reality is there's a process. And in this whole thing, you have to just have good communication.
That's right.
The communication is key.
It is.
Because you have to say, hey, this is how it's going to work.
Correct.
And just because you get something done, I still have a process. And that work has to be checked. And once it's checked and approved, then someone is going to come and verify it. And then I'm going to have the money I'm going to pay.
That's absolutely right.
Right? You don't have to put all this money up at front. It helps though. It makes it easier. Because when you don't, you can get by, right? Because we were squeezing.
Yeah,
We used a very minimal amount as possible that we can do in the beginning.
we did.
When it came to paying the guys and stuff. Because Charmaine was like, I can't pay, we don't need to pay anymore. We gotta wait. And I was like, well, we just gotta wait. And then we have to wait too.
And they did. They will wait.
Yes, they did.
That was a fear of mine too. I'm thinking the whole crew's gonna run out because I couldn't pay them on Friday. They're fine.
They didn't run out. They did the work. They were a little bit crying about it.
Yeah,
But we made it.
we made it.
And then after that, it was over. You got the first draw,
Yeah.
and then you got to the second draw, and it was over. It was like 1 week of that stress, and then it was done.
Yeah, that crew has to learn to trust you.
That's it.
Yeah,
You're
once you
building trust.
You're building trust. You're
Yeah.
building relationships. Once
Absolutely.
they've seen you, they know they're gonna get paid.
Yes.
They calm down, you calm down, and it just smooths out.
It works out perfectly.
It does.
Okay, let's talk about something that, because I always talk to the students when they're coming on about the impact of it emotionally and how it makes you feel overwhelmed and frustrated sometimes. And how does having a coach help you with that part?
I feel
Yeah.
supported.
Okay.
I know that I can give you a call and you can explain to me what that process is because I try to be logical about it instead of just emotional.
Sure.
And you're very logical
Extremely.
with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
You're not going to call Brandy and she's going to panic with you.
No.
She's going to say,
I got too many houses to panic. I be panicking all day.
and your logic is there.
Yeah.
And it may be something you didn't think of. You must have a coach. You
must.
just have to have one.
Yeah. I'm not even saying that because I did it without a coach. When I first, my dad does construction. So I mean, there's like, did I do it without a coach? I'm not sure I can really say that. I asked my dad a trillion questions.
Yeah.
I made him vet my contractors. I made him, right? And you talked about the phase that was the hardest, and it was the rehab process. That was the most difficult. So like, my dad was doing that, helping me, guide me through that part. The other stuff is kind of administrative, setting up everything, getting your financing.
You grew up in it.
I did. So I had a coach my whole life, right? I think if someone learned from me or even learned from the virtual coaching, they would still need to have a coach in person.
I believe so.
They would have to have someone to call on, at least for the first one or the second one.
Absolutely.
Now, what do you think this is going to do for your future? Don't cry though. You're not allowed to cry. Oh man!
I'm not gonna cry.
Okay.
That's just the gratefulness coming out. For your future, this frees you to live your life without worrying about the burden of debt.
Yes.
Without worrying about the burden of you have to get up
and go find something else. The next one. The next thing.
Yes. I mean, even the 9 to 5. If you want to keep that, that's great.
Yeah.
But if you really hate it, something in you is just nodding up every time you have to throw the covers off and you haven't finished sleeping, and you go to a job that you feel like you're not getting paid enough, maybe your supervisor's nasty to you, whatever it is.
Yeah.
This frees you from having to deal with things in your life that you don't want to grind through.
Exactly. You need time to settle in your emotions and have the experience so you can relax.
This frees you up to create your life.
Very much so. I showed Charmaine all my pictures of traveling. I haven't been traveling in a long time. But she was like, this is life.
This is life.
You lived your life. And I'm like, this is what it does. Because you can just take a small portion. So let's talk about your win. Because the win is that Charmaine, her house on the market for how long?
12 days.
12 days. I think average right now, this market that we're in, this tariff life that we're in, this tariff economy, this tariff economy that we're in, she still sold her house in 12 days. And pretty smooth process for this, during this transaction. And we set a goal to budget to profit how much? We thought we were going to profit
$60,000.
60, and then we're going to profit.
Really not sure.
She doesn't know, but
50 something.
I think it's going to be like 50,
like 50
minimum.
Yeah.
Maybe low 50s. So I think we did great. And then she was definitely on track to do 58.
Yeah.
She kept trying to tell me, y'all, she was only gonna make $30,000. I was like,
that's what I was thinking.
Charmaine, golly, spreadsheet. Look at this spreadsheet.
Do your spreadsheet.
Yes, it's important.
It's
but
very important.
I'm super proud of her. She did great. She's overcome so many things. She's grown a ton. I think the next flip, she's gonna be like chilling. And then she's gonna be like, girl, after this, I think I'm good. I think I'm solid.
Yeah, I still need the coach. I still need you.
She's just gonna be saying she needs me just to be texting me questions and asking me stuff. But I'm super excited. She's gonna make $50,000 or more on this flip, and woo, we did it! Yes, love it. Okay, bye guys. Follow me on YouTube, subscribe, and listen. If you need a coach, I'm here. Put the word Brandy. Helpful.